To a lot of us, a lot in the history books of this country, Pancho Villa, just another fat Mexican with a mustache, man. There's a whole bunch of those, ¿verdad? You know? They always stereotype us as looking that way, but we know we're not that way, man. You know?
I was influenced by a variety of different things. My mother's music, los trios, the 60s music. It was just like a whole capirotada, a whole mixture of different things that began to influence me.
Los soldados que vinieron desde Texas a Pancho Villa no podían encontrar, muy fastidiados de 20 horas de camino, los pobres hombres se querían regresar.
I began to realize that we had no borders, that there were no borders to wanting to appreciate and to play different types of music. And later on, as I began to develop, I realized that you could take from both sides of the border and combine them and come up with a new style of music. Bilingualism, biculturalism.
I was born aquí en Grassland y mi barrio fue Califas. Aunque tú seas de aquel lado, las costumbres son las mismas. I was raised piscando uvas, betabels y melones. All the bosses looked the same. Eran gordos y pelones.
I remember the day my mother took me to kindergarten. I was scared, I didn't know where I was going. I walked in the classroom. She took me in the classroom. Everybody was speaking English. I didn't speak any English at the time, even though I was born here. I was scared. My teacher looked at me. I looked at her. She was kind of scary looking. I started crying. I ran out after her. This went on like for 2 weeks. I went in and out, and finally I got used to it.
Por mi madre, yo soy mexicano. Por destino, soy americano. Yo soy de la raza de oro. Yo soy México-americano.
When we first started the picket lines in Blythe, they were very dry. We were out there walking up and down with maybe a sign or something, and being on strike is very boring. So one day we thought, what can we do to liven it up? Hey, bring a guitar, something, So we brought a guitar and we started playing some songs, Volver, Volver or something, And then we realized, hey, there's things happening. Let's write a verse about this. Next thing you know, we got 2 verses. Then we got 3, then we got 4. Hey, we got a song now. Now we got a song, El Picket Sign. Now we got a song, Huelga en General, La Guitarra Campesina.
Chale, compadre. De México vine buscando dinero, llegué de bracero por el mes de abril. Dejé mi ranchito triste abandonado, allá por los cerros donde yo nací.
We did our first album as a group here in San Diego called Rolas de Aztlán. We were thinking about what are we going to put on the front cover. We didn't want to just be standing there, holding our guitars, looking pretty. So what we said, what would be a good picture of Los Alacranes Mojados is jumping a fence, right? So we started thinking, well, where's a good fence around the neighborhood here, And we thought, we'd be lying to the people if we just jumped over a fence right here in the neighborhood. If we're gonna jump a fence, let's jump the real fence. The next day we took our instruments and stuff, found the fence, and we saw an area that didn't have a whole lot of barbed wire, so back then I could still climb a fence, man. So here I go up the fence, I'm on top, and I throw one leg over, and I'm holding myself up, but then my arms start getting tired, man, and I start going down on the fence, and it's got some little jagged thing. So I asked them, they gave me a towel, I stuck it under my crouch. Then they handed me one instrument, the other 2 posed, on the bottom, like we were handing him the instruments. Right in the middle of doing all this, we see the immigration helicopter, the beginning coming. And there's a Jeep hauling ass right towards us too, immigration. Border Patrol officer jumps out in his green uniform with a radio in his hand, and he says, "Chunky, is that you?" It was a friend of mine from Blythe, California that I went to school with named Romero Garcia.
Por mi madre yo soy mexicano, sí, señor. Por destino soy americano. Yo soy de la raza de oro. Yo soy México americano.